It's time for the Jeff Litherland Show. Join us each week to find out what's going on in Perry Central Commodore basketball, straight from the head coach, Jeff Litherland, exclusively on the Southwest Indiana Sports Network.
And welcome to the Jeff Litherland Show. And Coach, last week you took on Paoli, you took on Shoals, and last night you took on Tecumseh. Why don't you review those games for us?
Yeah, Joe, it's been a busy 5 days. Playing 3 games, and we did go up to Paoli last Friday night, and we come out a little bit on the short end up there, 56-52. It was kind of a crazy game. Cole Hess, one of our leading scorers, didn't score a point, and I believe it was 35-14 in free throws, which so some of those piled up there at the end when we were trying to foul to get back in it. But Cole didn't score, and I think twice we saved the ball going out of bounds under their basket, and they hit a layup and hit a three, and it was one of those things where nothing really kind of went our way. But we were down, I think 12 with a minute 50 to go, minute 38 to go, and we cut it to 3. End up losing by 4, and as I said last week, it's a tough place to play, and our kids battled. We had a huge game from Cameron Aitchen off the bench that he came in and scored 21 off the bench that kind of kept us in there, but we didn't. The first half it was kind of like we were flat or not mentally into it, because we only scored 17 points, and then the second half we come out and scored 35. So, but it was one of those games that was a game of runs, and we just kind of run out of time there at the end, and then we come back on Saturday afternoon and played Shoals, a team that we haven't played, I don't think, since the 70s down at Perry, but we were trying to get a game, and they come in and they sit in the zone, and we ended up, I think, shooting 0 for 18 from the 3-point line, and they spread us out and held the basketball, and this was a game where Lucas Mitchell nor Andy Bishop scored a point, so it was kind of a crazy weekend. It was just we didn't play well except for a couple quarters on Friday night after Paoli. And then we had our draw on Sunday and then practice Monday, and then last night we played Tecumseh, which we were really focusing on trying to come out and get off to a good start, which we did. We were up 12 at halftime. Scored 34 points in the first half, and we come out in the third quarter and we were just like we weren't mentally focused. Tecumseh outscored us 22-7, and we ended up getting down 7 points with about 4 minutes to go, and we had some big plays from some of our guys, and we got it. We had the ball with under 10 seconds to go, and our freshman Cohen missed an easy one there at the end of regulation, and it ended up going to overtime, and we ended up winning by 1 there. At the end, Tecumseh had the ball with 9 seconds to go, and they missed the shot. We missed the block out, and they went to shoot it, and Andy Bishop blocked it at the horn. But last night was, we played three quarters really good basketball, and overtime we played really good basketball. The kids executed their stuff and pressure situations. Bishop bounced back, had 25 last night, which was very promising. And then we had Corbin Hallhe, that's kind of been in and out of the lineup, with ankle injuries and some other things. He came off the bench, and he played 14 minutes last night and scored 12 points for us. So he started the season really strong, and it was really good for our team to see him come in the lineup and give us some good things. So last night we ended up winning 66-65, and now we're getting ready on Friday to play Heritage Hills.
And we're back on the Jeff Litherland Show after we thank for our sponsors. You're listening to the Southwest Indiana Sports Network, powered by Holy Brooks for Communications.
Wanting to scan those old videos, films, or audio to DVD? We'll look no further than Milligan Communications. We can also scan your old pictures, slides, and negatives to picture quality as well. With thousands of happy customers, let Milligan Communications help put your treasured memories on a digital media. Call Milligan Communications today at 812-630-2449. Milligan Communications, capturing your yesterdays.
When you think sporting goods, think no further than All Star Sports in Ferdinand. Custom embroidery, screen printing, team uniforms, sports equipment, and sports apparel and shoes. We have it all. Give Brad a call today at 812-367-1618 or visit them in the Country Plaza Shopping Center in Ferdinand. All Star Sports is open Monday through Friday 10 to 7 and Saturday 9 to 4. All Star Sports, when you're thinking sporting goods.
You dream it, we create it at Street Dreams. Custom paint, fabrication, stereos, wheels, tires, and more. We're also your authorized Sinister Sound dealer. Street Dreams, 317-624-1000, where you expect quality and get.
Welcome back to the Jeff Litherland Show. And Coach, this week, you finished out your season with a home game against Heritage Hills. Why don't you review that game for us?
Yeah, Friday is senior night. We got 5 seniors, so it'll be that night. One of those nights that we kind of focus on what those guys have done for not only our basketball program, but those guys play multiple sports, and they've been very valuable, to the Prairie Central community. So we're going to honor those guys, and then then we got a tall task at hand with Heritage Hills. Nate and I coached together for a while at Forest Park, and we kind of run a lot of the same stuff, some of the same philosophies, and they've got a really talented team. I know they're 13-9 coming in, and it's just I think a lot of their problems is been inexperience. They start 3 freshmen over there a lot of times, and Trent is he's one of the most highly talented freshmen in the entire country. So, he's very talented. He's big. He can score at all 3 levels in the game. And, they got some other players as well. Becker and Southwood both shoot the ball well. And, the Schaefer kid is very, I think he's 6'6", and he's very athletic and mobile around the rim. And then, the Meredith kid that's another freshman has had some really nice games. So, honestly, it's a great time to play them. They got a big kid, and we know they're going to be physical, and they kind of they're kind of in the same boat as our first round sectional opponent. They've got a really good guard, and they got a 6'10" kid. So being able to play against Trent, right before we play in the sectional. I'm hoping that it will benefit us, playing against that size, because, at Perry, we don't have anybody to imitate that in practice. So, having a big kid to go against, should hopefully give our guys some opportunities, to get used to playing against that size. But, Nate does a great job over there. He's got a good team, and we know it's going to be a challenge, but, we're looking forward to it. We're just trying to, like I said, focus on us and what we want to do in our rotations. And, we've got some guys that's a little bit banged up, and, playing 3 games in 5 days, we a little bit fatigued right now. So, we're going to try to manage some minutes and do some things that we want to try to do for the tournament. Maybe some different type of defenses and just kind of get confident in what we're trying to do for the following week. But it should be a good atmosphere. I know a couple of the freshmen there at Heritage Hills. My daughter's a freshman over there, so it should be a good atmosphere playing against those guys. And Heritage Hills will have a nice crowd as always. Same as Perry, being senior night, and we are doing Coaches versus Cancer night. It's a little later than normal, but Coach Barnett, Jason Barnett, that teaches and coaches at Prairie Central, his son has been battling cancer, and his son is in the same class as my kid over at Heritage Hills. So we decided to, kind of put our efforts together, Nate and I, to, get some T-shirt sales and, raise some money in some other different ways. So it should be a really special night honoring those guys, the Barnett family, with the ties that we have amongst both schools. It should be very beneficial to them. And, hopefully it's a good night. Hopefully both teams come in and play well and stay healthy for the tournament.
And, we talked earlier in the season about how inexperienced your team was. And, to have an 11-9 record and with one game left and be assured winning record for the regular season is an accomplishment.
Yeah, it really is. We last night was actually our 12th win for the season. And, coming into this, I knew Perry graduated. They graduated pretty much everything last year, and having a new coach and new system and new terminology. And, for us to, looking back on it, there's probably a couple other games we should have won. But, we're not going to kind of harp on that. We've won 12 games. And, our JVs had a winning season. Both our junior high teams had a winning season. So, yeah, I mean, I'm really, really happy with my team, especially my seniors and really Lucas, our Mitchell, our junior. Those guys have been good leaders, and they just fight and claw for everything they get. And yes, they do make mistakes, and because they haven't had that 2 or 3 years of varsity experience. And last night it was really nice, and late in the game and late in overtime when the crowd was loud and we were able to execute our sets in those pressure situations. And they've come a long way, since June. So, we've done a lot of things in our program, and I don't think there's too many things that I'd go back and try to change. I'm really happy with everything and everybody that's involved in our program.
And we're back on the Jeff Litherland Show, right? That's just from our sponsors to talk about the sectional draw that was on last Sunday. You're listening to the Southwest Indiana Sports Network, powered by Logan Bros for Communications.
You dream it, we create it at Street Dreams. Custom paint, fabrication, stereos, wheels, tires, and more. We're also your authorized Sinister Sound dealer. Street Dreams, 317-624-1000, where you expect quality and get.
This is your IHSAA. This is your state. This is your high school. This is your athletic association.
Fans, I'm IHSA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and we're here to make sure that all of this remains yours.
This is your state. This is your community. This is your IHSAA.
Wanting to scan those old videos, films, or audio to DVD? We'll look no further than Milligan Communications. We can also scan your old pictures, slides, and negatives to picture quality as well. With thousands of happy customers, let Milligan Communications help put your treasured memories on a digital media. Call Milligan Communications today at 812-630-2449. Milligan Communications, capturing your yesterdays.
And welcome back to the Jeff Litherland Show. And Coach, last Sunday was the sectional draw, which everyone always is looking forward to. Tell us a little bit about your draw.
Yeah, we had we got a 5-team sectional that's down there at Tell City, and of course on paper, Pekin Eastern is certainly the the favorite. They're 16-5, and they've got a really nice player in Cade Jones, and they got a 6'10" kid. But I said a month ago, if we're going to play him, I want to play him in their first game, and fortunately we don't have to play him on Tuesday. We got pushed out into Friday in the second round, so really we got to win one game to get in the championship game, and I wanted to play that. I've had a lot of teams that were favored, going into sectional, and there's a lot of nerves and pressure in that first game, and I think we can certainly play with them. I know you'd like to compare scores and do this and do that, and we one of our common opponents was Valley, and Valley beat them by I think 11 last night up at Valley, and they beat us by 10. So just trying to get our kids to believe that that we can go in there and because we got 12 wins and they got 16, so it's not a huge difference. But they got a really, really nice player in the Jones kid that is he's a 6'2" guard, and he scores in many different ways. But he's had several games, 25, 27, 30, and then they got a 6'10" kid, which, like I said, we haven't played against too many big kids this year. Fortunately, we get to go against Trent on Friday night to kind of give us a little bit of experience playing that size. But that's really all we're focusing on. Last night we were focusing on getting that 12th win to secure a winning record, and we're focusing strictly on Eastern Pekin and trying to go in there and get a win and move into the championship game. I mean, it's been a long time since Perry's won a sectional game, and we want to kind of give ourselves an opportunity to play, in a gym that we've had some success at, this year, and shot the ball well. Give us a chance on Saturday night, because you get to the sectional championship, all bets are off. Then you don't know what's going to happen. So, our focus is on Pekin. And there's a team that Perry had a really good team last year. On paper they were probably the favorites to win the sectional, and Pekin knocked them off in the first round. So hopefully we can kind of turn the tables on them this year. I think the kids are excited to get an opportunity to play them again, and we're really looking forward to it. We know we're going to have a big crowd, and it should be a fun week and a half, preparing for them and, doing all the things you do as a team for sectional week. And, I'm just excited to play. I mean, that's one of the big reasons that, that I come back into coaching was, to coach in the tournament. And, my teams and myself and, a couple of guys that's coached with me now, have had some success. So, we got a good group of coaches that's really, we're 3 days after the draw. We've got an extremely good scouting report for Pekin. So, as long as we show up and we manage the crowd and the atmosphere and play basketball, I think we have a chance to compete.
And if I was reading Facebook, and if I'm not mistaken, I think there's a green out for sectional.
Yeah, there is a green out. We're some of our senior moms are selling T-shirts, and I had to wear my green polo last night, just to see if we could win in it. I'm pretty superstitious, so we have a white shirt that we wore against Southridge, and they come out and got us down big early and ended up beating us, and it hasn't made it out of the closet yet. So I threw the green shirt on last night just to see if it worked, and it should be a good atmosphere. I mean, it's in Tell City. It's 15 minutes from our school, so I think it'll be a really good atmosphere. And Tell City plays the second game there on Friday, so I'm sure there'll be a huge crowd there, and I'm just really looking forward to getting back into that atmosphere.
And if Coach can wear green and get over superstitiousness, so can you guys.
That's right.
Well, Coach, good luck this week in senior night against Heritage Hills.
All right, Joe. I appreciate all you've done this year for us.
And you've been listening to the Jeff Litherland Show on the Southwest Indiana Sports Network, powered by Leslie Bros for Communications. We'll be back to talk to you next week about sectional.
You've been listening to the Jeff Litherland Show. Find out what is happening in Perry Central basketball each week, exclusively on the Southwest Indiana Sports Network.
Becoming a licensed sports official is a great way to make a positive difference in the community and support the over 160,000 Indiana student athletes that participate across 22 IHSAA sports. Sports officiating allows you to stay connected to the game, Become a role model for our young student athletes. Earn extra money and support the patrons and communities of our IHSAA member schools. To learn more about becoming a licensed IHSAA official, log on to ihsaa.org/officials today.